Hello everyone, myself Darshana Sanjay Bakhal, a student of a B Pharmacy 5th semester. Today I am going to present my topic for the Student Presentation Week 2025. The title of my presentation is Pharmacognostic Study of a LIQUORICE. I am presenting this work under the Patil Institute of Pharmacy, Talegaon. Here, pharmacognosy of LIQUORICE. Pharmacognosy means the study of medicinal plants and their natural products. These are the table of contents of my presentation. It includes basic details of a LIQUORICE. Description of a LIQUORICE. LIQUORICE is obtained from the dried roots and stolons of Glycyrrhiza glabra, a plant that belongs to the Leguminosae family. The roots are usually long and cylindrical in shape, brownish yellow on the outside with some wrinkles and root scars. When we break them, they are tough, fibrous, and flexible. Leucorice is known by different names in different languages. In English, it is called leucorice, while in Hindi, it is popularly known as mulethi. In Sanskrit, the name is yashtimathu, which means sweet root. In Marathi, it is also called as jeshtimad. These synonyms are important because the drug recognized and used widely across different systems of medicine under these names. Leucorice is obtained from the dried roots and stolons of the plant of Glycyrrhiza glabra. The plant is a perennial herb and its roots are collected, dried, and used as the main source of the drug. Now, the geographical sources. The plant is a native to the Mediterranean region and Central Asia. It is widely cultivated in several countries, including Spain, Italy, Russia, and Iran, which are major producers. In India, it's cultivated in regions like Punjab, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. Next, we will look at the macroscopic characters. The drug has a faint and characteristic odor. Its taste is sweet, which is a key identifying feature due to the presence of a glycyrrhizin. The color of the root is typically yellowish brown. In terms of a shape, it's generally cylindrical. The size varies, but a typical root is about 20 to 40 cm in length and 2 cm in diameter. Moving on to the microscopy, we will discuss the internal structure as seen under a microscope. The phylloderm is the outermost layer. It consists of a tabular cells that contain reddish brown contents and several layers of a polygonal cell. Inside, we have the phloem. This part contains bundles of fibers that are surrounded by a parenchymatous sheath, a layer of cells which contain calcium oxalate crystals. The medullary rays are the radial lines extending from the center. In leucorides, they are narrow in the xylem and wider in the phloem. The xylem is the water conducting tissue. It's composed of vessels, fibers, and lignified wood parenchyma. Finally, the pith is the central region. It's made up of large parenchymatous cells with the intracellular spaces. Let's talk about the collection and cultivation of a leucorice. India and China are the primary producers. In India, it is mainly cultivated in places like Patiala, Hisar, Jhansi, and Lucknow. The plant is grown in March and the root is collected in the autumn season. Autumn means October. It's typically harvested in the third or fourth year of the cultivation. There are several variations and species of a leucorice root available in the market. A key fact is that leucorice is a marshy plant, so it's best grown in the lakeside or semi-irrigated field. This slide is about chemical constituents of a leucorice. The most important compound is glycyrrhizin, which is the major active ingredient. It is responsible for intense sweetness of the plant, which is about 50 times sweeter than the sucrose. Besides glycyrrhizin, leucorice also contains other beneficial compounds such as flavonoids, saponins, and polysaccharides. These compounds work together to give licorice its various medicinal properties. Molecular structure. This slide shows the molecular structure of a glycyrrhizin. As you can see, it's a very complex molecule. The chemical formula is C42S62O16. This complex structure is give its unique biological and medicinal effects. The pharmacological actions or the medicinal benefits of a leucorice. It has many uses. Firstly, it acts as a demulcent and expectorant, which means it soothes an irritated throat and helps in the clearing mucus from the lungs. This is why it's often used for cough. It is also known for its strong anti-inflammatory and anti-ulcer effect, making it useful for treating stomach problems. Furthermore, it has antiviral and hepatoprotective properties. A unique feature of a LIQUORICE is its corticosteroid-like effect, which helps in the reducing. This slide explains the solubility of a glycyrrhizin. It is sparingly soluble in cold water but becomes more soluble in hot water. It is readily soluble in alcohol and hydroalcoholic solvent, which is why extracts are commonly prepared using water or ethanol to get the maximum benefit from the plant. However, it is insoluble in non-polar solvents like chloroform and ether. Here, stability of a LIQUORICE. Basically, LIQUORICE is very stable when it is in dry condition. It should be stored in airtight containers to keep it safe from moisture. However, its aqueous extracts, which are made with water, are not stable and can get spoiled. Also, we must protect it from direct light and heat because they can reduce the content of its main component glycyrrhizin. Therefore, to keep LIQUORICE effective, we should always store it in cool, dry, and in well closed container. Isolation of a glycyrrhizin. Friends, now let's discuss how we isolate glycyrrhizin, the main compound of a LIQUORICE. Here, simple extraction process consists of following processes, that is, powdering, extraction, concentration, precipitation, and purification. Here, we are performing the isolation of active constituents from the LIQUORICE root. First, the root pieces are coarsely powdered using a grinder. Powdering increases the surface area and helps the solvent to act more efficiently. After that, the powdered drug is packed in a container for extraction. In this video, you can see the use of a Soxhlet apparatus. This apparatus allows continuous extraction of a drug using a suitable solvent. Generally, water or alcohol is used for the extracting of a glycyrrhizin, which is the main sweet principle of LIQUORICE. The solvent passes repeatedly through the drug powder, dissolving the active constituents. The extracts get collected in the flask attached below. The process ensures complete extraction without wasting the solvent. Once the extraction is completed, the solvent is evaporated and we obtain a concentrated extract of a LIQUORICE. This extract contains glycyrrhizin and other useful phytoconstituents. Finally, the obtained extract can be dried and stored for further use. Their extract is later utilized in medicines, syrups, and formulation for its demulcent, expectorant, and anti-inflammatory properties. So, this video basically shows us the step-by-step isolation of an active principle from LIQUORICE root using the Soxhlet extraction method. Now, adulterants of a LIQUORICE. Manchurian LIQUORICE obtained from Glycyrrhiza urinalysis. Russian LIQUORICE as it contains purple flowers appearance but have no stolons. Now, medicinal use of LIQUORICE. LIQUORICE is used as expectorant and demulcent, also used as anti-ulcer agent, anti-inflammatory agent, hepatoprotective, antiviral, and antimicrobial agents. These are some marketed products of LIQUORICE. Now we move towards the conclusion. We concluded that LIQUORICE is a valuable medicinal plant used traditionally and modernly for respiratory, gastric, and hepatic conditions. Important source of a glycyrrhizin with multiple pharmacological actions. Now, acknowledgement. I express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Nilesh Banarase sir, our esteemed guide, for his continuous support and valuable guidance. I thankful to respected principal sir, director sir, all the faculty members and non-teaching staff for this encouragement and assistance. Special thanks to my friends, classmates for cooperation and moral support. Thanks to respected everyone who watched this video. Thank you so much.